The question is, are you willing to be the example? Are you willing to be that person who's different? Are you willing to be that person who walks in God's light, who walks in his faith, who obeys him regardless of whatever the circumstance looks like, or whatever the desires are, whatever the people say around you? Are you willing to be that person? Because if you are, you're going to run into a lot of challenges. It's going to be very difficult. You're going to find that you don't fit in to the crowd. You don't fit in with the people you used to fit in with. You start to notice a lot more evilness. You start to notice a lot more spiritual warfare, the signs of it, everywhere you look. You will start to become more sensitive. Your discernment muscles will grow. You start to maybe even get to the point where you ache inside because you wish that the people around you knew. You wish that they will let go of these ways of vanity and step into something eternal. Step into the thing that is always going to be there. That's the permanent fix and not just the temporary fix. I'm experiencing that right now, and it's really painful. I can feel it deep down and inside, beyond like my flesh of, man, I'm really aching. I've been spending like a couple weeks at least around other people, and I noticed a lot of things that they do that aren't necessarily beneficial, that are going to lead them in the wrong direction, that are going to only take them further away from God without them necessarily knowing it, because there's not really a relationship there. There's not a curiosity. There's not a fire. There's not a hunger. But then on the other side, I completely understand. I understand pretty much everything that they do because I used to do them. I used to do them all the time, every day, over and over and over again. And I didn't have a hunger. I didn't have a desire. I didn't have the curiosity. I didn't have the understanding, the knowledge. I just did. My flesh was in the driver's seat, taking me every which direction that it wanted to go. Just impulse after impulse. I just did whatever came to me. And none of it was beneficial. I did it to maybe escape something, which I know that's one of the primary reasons for people doing things, especially things that are pleasure-filled or, entertainment, things that distract the mind from life, whatever they're experiencing. I used to run away from my own mind for the longest, because once I actually sat with my thoughts and I put away the distractions, I didn't like myself, and I didn't like what was going on up in here. I wanted to be freed, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what direction to walk. It just felt like there was nothing but darkness. I couldn't see any light. I didn't know God. He was always there for me, but I never acknowledged him. I never realized that he was the only thing that was sustaining me. Over the times that I've tried to take my own life and failed, of course, all the times where I've tried to escape by distracting myself with video games, with drugs, with alcohol, with whatever it was, women, going out, fueling my desire for lust, whatever it is, I know what it's like. And that's exactly why I can't go there. And that's exactly why you may be going through some of these things now, or maybe I didn't even list or name anything that you've gone through. But there's something there that maybe you just quite haven't let go of yet. But it's all necessary. It's all required. I asked before, are you willing to be the example? This is part of being the example, knowing what it's like to be where everyone else is at. but to also understand that that's not the direction that you want to go, and that that's not the best direction for them to go. So therefore, it is easier for you to be that example, to show the fruits of being faithful, of being obedient, to show in the midst of it that you have different habits that are going to lead to a better path. And since they see you, it's easier to follow the example of what they see, because most people are visual learners, than it is to hear. You know, we're only going to go so far with the things that we say to these people, but can we back it up with our actions and show that it's worth it? And show the fruit, show our mindset, show our spirit, show our actions. It's necessary. It's one necessary piece of our assignment, of our purpose that God has given us, to be the example, to be different, you know, to take a different route and bring as many people as we can with us. He talks about the straight and narrow way instead of the broad 4-lane highway that everyone seems to go to. But the thing about the straight and narrow way is there's not going to be any of these road signs. There's not going to be any clear directions. There's going to be a whole lot of this. There's going to be a lot of bumps. There's going to be a lot of bruises. There's going to be dust flying all over the place. But this is all a part of the path. We need to walk it. Because when we walk it, we step into what God has called us for. We become a better person. We become sharper, stronger, quicker. We become more faithful, more obedient, a better leader. But you don't get anything from taking the easy way, the easy 4-lane highway where it shows you all the directions, the different rest stops, all the gas stations, all the fast food places, all the cheap dopamine. You don't gain anything from that. You just head right where everyone else is heading. Nowhere good. So if you made it to this point in the video, I greatly appreciate you, and I pray that you start becoming the example if you aren't already. And if you are the example, to be a better one, to be the best example that you could be, that you were called to be. So thank you. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. Adios for now.